This is Vikings United, your ultimate destination for everything Minnesota Vikings. Bringing together the most passionate fans, insightful analysts, and dynamic creators from across Skull Nation. Get ready for deep dives, spirited debates, and exclusive insights from Coach Cody. We're celebrating our community, honoring our heroes, and fueling your fandom with Pillars of Valor coffee. This is more than a show. It's a movement. This is Vikings United.
Welcome to the Pregame Show.
As we cheer on our Minnesota Vikings, let's also recognize true heroes. Pillars of Valor Coffee isn't just about exceptional taste. It's a veteran-owned company with a powerful mission. With every purchase, you're directly contributing to programs that empower and support veterans and first responders. Imagine starting your day with a rich, bold coffee that also fuels a vital cause. Pillars of Valor Coffee is dedicated to making a tangible impact, honoring those who've served our nation and communities. Join them in their mission. Visit pillarsofvalor.com to learn more and get your bag today. Pillars of Valor Coffee. Great coffee, greater purpose.
Running through these towns, kicking psychedelic sounds. I leave my heart down on the ground. Since I don't have you around, I'll grab a bottle off the shelf and go and drink it by myself. Say you wanna talk it out, well I don't think I need your help. Think I'm better off alone. I made my home run on the road. I won't spend my lonely nights talking on the telephone. I find a girl at every show, but I will never let you know how much I regret the past and why watching you go, because hearts ain't smart, they're built for fools. Fall apart and let you break all your rules. It'll make you choose between a bottle and the blues. But my heart can't seem to forget about you. Can't forget about you. Last 3 months, like a donkey on a chain, I got my heart off your leash, but you still infect my brain. So now I'm running round in circles, cause I can't forget the pain. Like 1,000 shiny daggers every time I hear your name. Though I have to get control of my body and my soul, I pick my heart up off the floor like I had to twice before. Should've cared a little less, we should've loved a little more. Now we both regret the past as we're walking out the door, because hearts ain't smart, they're built for fools. Fall apart and let you break all your rules. It'll make you choose between a bottle and the blues. But my heart can't seem to forget about you. Can't forget about
Welcome into the Scene Project Sports Network. This is your Vikings United pregame show brought to you by Pillars of Valor Coffee. I am your host, Bubba Startz, and with me, as he is every week, is Coach Cody Hommedahl. Coach, welcome in.
Man, how we doing? On time. I'm feeling great.
Yeah, look at you. Yeah, I mean, right down to the minute, but you're here.
Yeah, well, things happen, but I'm just happy to be here. Shout out to Brandon Herrera. He couldn't be with us today. He's at work, but it's a pleasure to have him on. We enjoy it, and we're excited for this week. It should be a good one.
Man, I'm stoked. I hope we go kick the crap out of the Giants today. I want to see this team continue to look like they've looked the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, running the ball. It's that simple. It's a weird concept. Just run the ball. Don't get predictable, and keep in that way keep the defenses honest and always guessing. That's what you have to do. It's football. We should have known this from week one.
Yeah, well, and it might have been different, especially after watching the game last night, big NFC North matchup between the Bears and the Packers. And the Packers, Jordan Love going down now, concussion during the game. Took a nice little shot there from Austin Booker. And they might not win a game the rest of the season, especially with Micah Parsons being off that defense. One more win could have changed our whole season. Right. And not to get caught up in the past. I think right now the motivation has to be to play spoiler. We could finish with the same or more wins than the Detroit Lions, who were the top team in this division last year. That would be a massive, massive win, especially with how the first half of the season had gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. That hit that Jordan Love took, that was vicious. Full speed. You can just imagine. It's like a car crash, a train coming at you. And then Malik Willis later on in the game, I'm pretty sure they went in for a sack or took him down, and he was grabbing at his collarbone. So I don't know who they have for QB3, but
they didn't have a QB3.
They didn't. I didn't watch the full game. I was at work. They didn't have a QB3.
No, I think what they were saying was that Josh Jacobs would be, but he wasn't in at the end of the game either. And I think that was injury related as well. And so, yeah, I mean, if they would have lost Malik Willis, it would have been a nightmare scenario for them. But I don't know. Now, do they have a short turnaround on this week too, Green Bay, or they don't play until Sunday?
I don't think they play until Sunday.
Right.
I'd have to look it up.
A little extra time, but yeah, I mean, it might change their playoff hopes. And it just goes to show you like how much can change. Like one game can truly change your whole season. And, in the wins loss column, it's unfortunate that we just didn't figure out the things that we seem to have figured out up until the point it was too late. Right. And, but we're going to get excited. We're going to talk about a game today, a game in which I think the Vikings should win. They are favored. If you lose this game, all that goodwill that you've built up over the last 2 weeks is gone. You have to you have to show up today and take care of business, whether your plane got there on time or not.
Yeah, especially with the team like the Giants. I mean, they got some good talent. They got pieces to build around, and especially on that defense, that front seven. They're nasty, but this is a game you got to beat the teams. You got to beat the bad teams when it comes down to it. You got to show out and not just beat them, but make it a no decision type of thing. This is probably the one game that we are favored. That's ridiculous, but we got to come out and attack. We got to limit Jackson Dart. Just a bunch of things. I mean, they do have talent over there, so you can't take any team lightly. They're in the NFL for a reason. Any given Sunday, so anything can happen. But if we do lose this game, all that good progression that we showed, it literally just gets flushed down the toilet.
Yeah, well, and to B's point here, I think this is almost more important or as important as a win is that, yeah, the Jetta has to get moving, right? Like, we got to get Jefferson the ball. He's got to come out and have that big game. Let's get him that 1,000-yard season today and not let it be a talking point for the last 2 weeks of the year. Let's feel good moving into a Christmas game, short turnaround this week, getting into the game on Christmas Day. So yeah, there's a lot to be had today in New York.
Man, I just as long as we just come to play, show up for business, treat it like a business trip, go in straight for the cash drawer and leave. Just pick up the dub. We don't have JJ McCarthy. I want to see him get that chemistry with Justin Jefferson. I want to see a touchdown from Justin Jefferson. He was so close that last game. Oh man, I'm hoping that he didn't have a few choice words for Oliver in that locker room for being on the line covering him up. But that's just, we got to clean up the stupid penalties. That too. 162 yards, 1,000.
Yep, seems
all right, let's go. He might be able to get that today.
Coach, you got your laptop there with you too?
Yeah, I do.
Can you mute it?
Yeah, 1 second.
We're just getting a little bit of echo going in there. Before we get into the keys to the game and everything, pretty somber moment for the Vikings World Order crew and others. Had a good friend of theirs pass away, and I want to share some photos of her. And actually, this is a picture of Lisa and her mom. Her mom passed away about 18 months ago. This is Lisa Lefebvre, and she was a member of the Vikings World Order, I do believe. She was good friends. That's our friend Sarah Oberman there as well. Sir Death with a picture of Lisa next to her. She was a huge Vikings fan. Really sorry to hear about her passing this week. Last night, Sir Death, pictured here, did a big fundraiser, raised over $10,000 for the family last night. And there's also a GoFundMe set up. Lisa, I did not know personally, but she was a friend with a lot of friends of mine. And as such, we wanted to make sure that we shared a little bit about her and shared their GoFundMe here. So I just put that in the link. The link is in the comments here for everybody. She's got a couple of young kids and obviously funeral expenses and those things. So we appreciate our crew showing up and showing some love for a fellow Vikings fan and her family in their time of need. Here's a picture of her with one of those beautiful children. We really, we appreciate our fans, and yeah, us too, B. Never a good thing, but so proud of the VWO family. I know they, last night, Sir Death did a live, and I think they raised over $10,000 for the family yesterday. So really touching to see this family of Vikings fans just continue to show up for people in need and for other fans. And just want to say a prayer for Lisa and her family. And everybody who's hurting a little bit today, watching the game out there in Vikings Nation. We sure love you guys, and take care of one another out there. And if you can, please consider donating to the GoFundMe. I left it in the comments here. Bring Coach back in. It stinks to have these somber.
Is that better?
Man, yeah, that was a picture of Lisa there. Huge Vikings fan, good friends with a lot of our Viking World Order fans as well. And yeah, I think we got our audio issues cleaned up now too. I'm going to roll a Pillars of Valor ad real quick, Coach, and then we're going to come back and we will talk about your keys to the game. Sorry, a little overcome with emotion. It's been 2 games in a row now. I know that, people inside of Skull Nation have been taken too early. And just the holiday season, it sucks to lose somebody at all. And to do it this close to the holidays is just a horrible, horrible thing. We actually lost a close family friend overnight last night too. So here's a message from our sponsors at Pillars of Valor, and we will be right back with Coach Cody's keys to the game. As we cheer on our Minnesota Vikings, let's also recognize true heroes. Pillars of Valor Coffee isn't just about exceptional taste. It's a veteran-owned company with a powerful mission. With every purchase, you're directly contributing to programs that empower and support veterans and first responders. Imagine starting your day with a rich, bold coffee that also fuels a vital cause. Pillars of Valor Coffee is dedicated to making a tangible impact, honoring those who've served our nation and communities. Join them in their mission. Visit pillarsofvalor.com to learn more and get your bag today. Pillars of Valor Coffee. Great coffee, greater purpose. A great company there, Pillars of Valor. We are so pleased to have them as a sponsor. Shout out to the founder, Zach Husted. Co-owner is Vikings tight end TJ Hawkinson as well. So they're doing a ton for veterans out there. You can help by going and buying the best coffee on the planet. Pillars of Valor. Go to pillarsofvalor.com and check out everything that they're doing and get yourself a cup like I got right here. Cody, yours is in the mail, buddy.
Nice. All right, let's go.
Awesome. Well, we got Coach Cody's keys to the game here. We got them loaded up. Winning up front, obviously no different than last week. We have a formidable opponent here with the Giants front seven, no different than the Cowboys were last week. We talked a little bit about it earlier on too, getting the ball to Justin Jefferson by any means necessary, and containing Jackson Dart, their young QB out there in New York. So we'll jump right in to key one, Coach. Tell us what you think are going to be how the Vikings do this.
Well, I mean, the Giants, like I said earlier, they're rebuilding, but they do have a lot of talent, and most of that, no red solo cup today. Can't be doing that all day. They're rebuilding, like I mentioned earlier. But most of their talent is on that defense, the defensive line, the linebackers, Lawrence on the defensive line, that Abdul Carter that they just drafted, and then Brian Burns. Like, those are game wreckers right there. And our offensive line has to be ready to play. Hopefully they're all healthy. They've had a little bit of time to get healthy. That's been a talking point throughout this whole season. So I'm really excited to see the battle in the trenches. That's where the game is won. We all know this. So that's going to be huge. We can't allow them to live in the backfield. So, whether we mix it up with the run, the play action, get the ball out of McCarthy's hands quick, it's all going to be key. We just got to play smart football and not dumb it down, not get too extravagant, just play football at the end of the day. Last week, for the last couple weeks, they've been just a turnover machine. Last week, I think they forced 4 fumbles, recovered 2 sacks, just all over the place. So they're going to come out hungry. Their record, they're 2-12, but they don't play like a 2-12 team. They're still going to come out and play and give it their all. Not like some teams that are just going to mail it in. Let's see. For the offensive line, we got to protect JJ. We just got to keep him on his feet. He's mobile, so he doesn't need as much time. He can extend the plays and kind of give you that second play down the field. But if we lose the battle up front, he's going to have a long day.
Shout out, Nicole. Thanks for tuning in.
Number 1 fan right there. Key 2. Let's go to key 2. You got that up there?
Yep.
All right. This one's going to be big. I've been waiting for this one. Justin Jefferson, my dude, like this is your game right here. He is on the verge of breaking 2 records today. 6 catches away from all-time leader in receptions through the first 6 seasons, beating Jarvis Landry. So, I mean, hopefully he can get that. It might even be 4. I got to double check that. It's been a minute. And then the yardage. I mean, let's just get him 1,000. Let's get him 1,000. Let's get him the TD. I mean, there's no reason why he can't go for 170, 180, and 2 touchdowns. So let's do it. Jet sweeps. Let's just get him the ball. He's a playmaker. You got to get your playmakers the ball. It doesn't matter how you do it. Screens, crosses, quick hitters, whatever. Even have him throw it. Who cares? At this point, just get it in his hand, and he can make magic happen.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a focus. They were trying to force it a little bit, I think, into him in Dallas as well, and trying to do everything in their power to do that. I think you're going to have a few more chances this week to kind of expose that secondary of the Giants. A lot of talk about their front 7, and that's where the bulk of their talent is. So I think you're going to have a chance to expose that back end. But that starts with getting JJ McCarthy a little bit of time back there. And I think he wants it too, right? I think you see that when he gritties into the end zone. That's not for him. That's a shout out to his boy, right? And he was the first person that he went up to, and I bet he went up and apologized to him for, missing him on the play before, and like, look, man, I'm going to get you. And you could kind of see Jets like, hey, don't even worry about it, right? Like, we're going to get it. Even, his comments during the week today is like, I don't care about any of it. Let's just keep winning football games. And, I spoke about it a lot on Tuesday. You just love having this young man as the leader of your franchise, as the leader of this team.
I mean, it's for McCarthy, it's got to be a lot of pressure on him. When you think about it, you're coming off a year like we had last year, stepping into that role. You have a number 1 wide receiver like Justin Jefferson. That alone, just having Jefferson on your team is going to add a lot of pressure, because you got to get him that rock, a lot of times and often. And, for Justin Jefferson to carry himself the way he has been, it's been eye-opening. I hope a lot of young players are taking notes. Note takers are money makers. So take notes on this guy, because, he's one of a kind, honestly. We're lucky to have him.
Yeah, and you want to keep him. So that means you got to get him the ball. You got to make some things happen. And like you said, by any means necessary today. And you have to think that that's a big part of KOC's game plan moving into this game this week, with 2 games left in the season that, while not must wins for any playoff considerations, right? The playoff chances taken to 0 before the game last week. A lot of pride to play for at the end of the season here, playing 2 division rivals in your last 2 games of the season, and having a chance to maybe keep one or both of them out of the playoffs. And I think that's something to play for. And talked a little bit about teams that kind of check out and players that check out. And you haven't seen that from this team at all. The Cowboys game on Sunday night last week was a playoff game for that Dallas team. And the Vikings gave them all they could handle. So want to see that again today against, a team with a obviously much worse record than even we have right now, and see them go handle their business. And that starts with getting 18 the ball.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go in 2 consecutive weeks with 2 catches for under 30 yards. That's going to piss off a lot of wide receivers. You can't probably name another one that would carry himself the way Jefferson has. We had another wide receiver that wasn't getting the ball, and he ended up dipping to Pittsburgh. So it just speaks volumes. It's crazy.
I ain't even going to say his name. All right. Key number 3, make the Giants be patient and contain Jackson Dart, their young QB. What's it going to take for this defense to step up and to have another week like they had, maybe against the Commanders was even better, right? I think they held Dallas very well, but you got, Dak Prescott's obviously a different quarterback than, Jaden Daniels or who's the other, Marcus Mariota.
Yep. Jackson Dart, I mean, you got to give him some credit. He's a baller. He's not going to shy away from a hit. But at the same time, that's going to limit, the amount of plays he's going to get because he's going to get knocked out. Let's see. Sorry, I'm getting some hate mail here. It never stops. Jackson Dart, he's a mobile quarterback. He's going to lay his shoulder into you. He's not going to go down on the first hit. He almost has, I don't want to say Mahomes-like, but some of his throws, off one foot, kind of fade into the side, different arm angles. He can try to get it in there, but, they're not always going to be accurate. And so I think, this defense is finally going to get an interception, another interception. Let's keep this one going. So our sacks, defensive line, be aggressive. Just don't over pursue. Know your role. Trust your teammate. Don't leave open gaps because this guy's going to take off on you multiple times. And then he'll shove it in your face when he's done with it.
Yeah, and I think this defense is very capable still of putting some pressure on. Now, I know we lost Jonathan Grenard for the rest of the season. You could see he kind of tore that arm back a little bit at the end of that Dallas game. What does a guy like Dallas Turner now have to do to show up and to get another opportunity during this season to be the man?
I think he just needs to continue what he's been doing. The consistency is starting to show. The hard work through the week, game planning, film, all of that. I just feel like he's taken, his job to another level and actually just doing it. Not trying to make the big plays, just trying to do his job wherever he's got to be. He's not going to be out of alignment. We're starting to learn we can trust him, which is huge because he was on his way out, first class ticket.
It's funny how things change week by week in this league, isn't it?
Any given Sunday. That's why it's so crazy, but I love it.
I just, this has been such a wild season, top to bottom, to be where we were 3 weeks ago after the Seattle game, where everyone had pretty much written off the team completely and was pretty much done, to see where things have gone out and to feel like there's a little bit of confidence going into not just the final 3 games of this season, but also to next season and looking forward to where I think with a lot of people, we were play. How are we going to trade for Joe Burrow, or how are we, just like to now where you're like, oh, we might have something here, right? Maybe McCarthy isn't a bust, and I don't think it was right to ever label the kid that way after 5 total starts in the NFL to begin with, but what does JJ have to show us today? Is it just a continuation of what we've seen the last few weeks here, or does he need to go out and to be special today, to have that 250 passing yard game or more, to throw a couple of touchdowns? And does he have something left to prove more than just consistency?
Other than the consistency, just growth. I want to see him be aggressive. I want to see him with that mentality of, hey, this is a 2-12 team. We're going to treat them like a 2-12 team, and just go out there and ball. Not rely on the tight ends as much, and just if you're going to be a quarterback, considered an all pro quarterback or above average quarterback, you got to find a way to get your playmakers the ball. There's no excuse for it. I want to see him, work on that down the field throw. Not the fastballs all the time. Put some touch on it. Just use these. The playoffs is out of reach. It's been out of reach. So let's just use this time to continue the winning streak and grow within that. I want to see him take strides, and maybe take a chance or two down the field like he did hitting Naylor and Addison. So he's got it. I don't know if it's the confidence. I don't know if he's in his head too much, but it's starting to come along, and I'm excited for it. And there's no reason why anyone's labeled a bust after 5 games. It's we're just so dramatic.
Oh, I'm laughing backstage here because we're nothing if not dramatic in Skull Nation, and I'm kind of. Obviously everybody wants to make the playoffs. We want to be there all the time. But it's kind of nice having that pressure removed, and we could just go out there and play free and to see what we got in a really, a chaotic year that was this season. Things have finally settled down, and albeit a little bit too late in the season for a playoff run, that you're starting to see things shake out now and maybe making some decisions very hard going into the off season. But if McCarthy plays well, maybe quarterback isn't one of them, right? And I love this comment from B. JJ needs to show that the offense can score at will. And really, they've been putting together some really nice drives these last few weeks. His historic drive against the Commanders, 19 plays and 12 minutes or something. I held the ball almost the entire quarter.
Yeah, shout out to Big B again. I mean, that's huge. Just showing them, making the other team, getting to that point. McCarthy getting to that point where the defenses are thinking. And the coach is like, hey, we can't give this guy the ball back because he's going to go score. That's got to be the mentality, and we have to show it. So that's going to be huge. I'm excited. I love football. I love the NFL, the ups and downs. I mean, you go from being shut out for the first time in forever to shutting someone else out, long, record-breaking drives. But that was the thing. We had to actually sustain drives. We were going 3-and-out. That's never going to work.
B had another comment. I didn't get to it earlier. Says he'd like to see our defense stay strong on 3rd and 4th down. Now, obviously, playing the Cowboys last week, they weren't particularly great on either one of those. Did hold them to some field goal tries that, the kicker goes out and misses. Today's obviously not played inside of a dome. You're going to be outside at MetLife. I don't know what the wind is like. I doubt it'll be like it was in Chicago last night where, guys are kicking it 20 feet outside of the uprights and watching it hook in. But, kicking outside in the cold, it's a whole different ball game. So if this defense, which has been bend don't break most of the season, needs to show up and hold this young quarterback from making those big explosive plays.
Well, and I feel like that's what B-Flow is all about, is that bend, don't break, keep coming, we're going to get our shot, it's a chess game. You're not always going to guess right. And, maybe B-Flow hasn't been on his game, and this has just been an off year, but they're starting to come around. And like I've been mentioning weeks past, the game is always evolving. The offenses are going to catch up and figure out how to beat you. And so, it's a chance for Flores to grow as well and show like, oh, you thought you had me? No, check this out, and send someone off the edge. It is what it is. I want to see us just, when we have them 3rd and 10, 3rd and long, get that stop, because you give up a 3rd and long. That's just so demoralizing. Your defensive line, the big fellas are like, oh, we thought we were going to get a break and get some air on the sideline. Now we got to stay out here. So it really,
that's been one of the most disappointing things about this Vikings defense this year is exactly that. It is getting them into a 3rd and 15 and then watching the next play go for 18 yards. And you have that, when you have that opportunity to really step on their neck as a defense, we have to find a way to do that. And it's going to be a big factor here. I want to get a Black Van's comment up here as well. New listener, thanks for tuning in, man. Hope you hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel. But we need to see the connection between JJ and Jefferson grow today. I can't agree with you more. It's critical not just for them, like he says here, but the organization. And I can't agree more with Black Van here as far as what it means for not just the two individuals, but for the team as a whole.
Yeah, he hit it right, right on the dot right there. The connection within the team, affecting the team. McCarthy, you can pass for 2 touchdowns, run 1 in, throw a pick, maybe not throw a pick. Those are decent numbers. But if you're not getting the star of your team, the best wide receiver in the league, the ball, they're going to find someone else who can. I would, because I'd personally rather keep Jefferson happy than McCarthy. Although, I mean, you've seen from our season and now the Packers season, you need that. You need a starting quarterback. You need that number 1 quarterback, because if he goes down, there's maybe a handful of guys in the league that can actually be a backup.
He says, don't let the refs play a factor in the game. And for the most part, I feel like this team, when it has been penalties, it's been self-inflicted. That Ravens game comes to memory, which I was in US Bank for that game. It was brutal. The false start penalties. But yeah, you can't play outside of yourself and kind of out of control and allow that. And I know Dallas Turner's had a couple of those, and I hate the rules on the roughing the passer anymore. I don't know what you want these guys to do. You can't go low. You can't go high. If the guy moves at the last second, then, and tucks their chin or they fall an awkward way, like you go from having a huge negative play to now giving them 15 yards and a first down. It drives me freaking crazy. But,
well, not only that, but just the fact that if they wrap up and actually finish the tackle, then it's driving the quarterback into the ground. And that's what we're taught. So there's got to be some changes made from the top down, because that's ridiculous. This is football.
Let's just make it's 2-hand touch on the quarterback from now on. Then, and don't touch him too hard, because that's going to be a penalty as well.
And that's where the business part of it kind of ruins the game. Just because it is a business. Some of these quarterbacks are worth millions, hundreds, $200, $300 million. So, you gotta protect.
Half a Billy.
Yeah. Half a Billy. Oh my God. Half a Billy. That's crazy to even think, but game. youngsters, take notes. You want that bag, just get out and work and do it the right way.
Yeah, well, and speaking of work, we're going to bring up, why don't you tell us a little bit about the tryouts? I'm going to grab the graphic real quick, but we call you Coach Cody for a reason. We don't spend a lot of time talking about it all the time, but you got some tryouts coming out for some young football players to get a chance to show what they're made of right there in Minnesota. So why don't you go ahead and tell us about the tryouts you got coming up next Sunday, a week from today?
Yeah, for those who don't know, I'm the assistant head coach and defensive coordinator for the Wyoming Cavalry. We play out of Gillette, Wyoming. So I'll be doing a lot of traveling, and I'm excited for it. But we have tryouts coming up next week, December 28th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Toka Soccer Center in Burnsville. Show if you're coming up, show out. Bring your A game. I'm only looking for people looking to compete. I already have a lot of dogs that have pre-registered. You can see the pre-registration fee, registration at the door. If you're going to be there, though, do not show up at 10. Be there early, ready to go on the field by 10. Beat me there, don't meet me there. It's time to go get a ring.
I love it. Beat me there, don't meet me there. Such great advice.
Absolutely.
Well, and I know there's going to be some players that are going to need this next product we're going to talk about, Punch Gunk. Punch Gunk is a great new product that we've been introduced to, and similar to what you would get out of an Icy Hot or some of that stuff back in the day, without that strong menthol smell and the burn in case you happen to rub your eyes afterwards. So I know a lot of these players after your tryouts next week are going to need a boatload of this. Listeners of the show here can get a 10% off discount with the code SPSN Vikings 10. We appreciate Punch Gunk for sponsoring some of the segments here on our show. We also have another segment here. We got our player to watch, and I mean, who else would it be today, Coach, other than this man?
Man, and this is going to be the player to watch until he gets his 1,000 yards. Or
I didn't even change the graphic from last week.
Hey, man. I mean, if it works, it works. This is huge. This is going to be the game. I thought Washington would be the game, just because of their lack of defensive backs. But Jefferson, my guy, we got to get it. We got to get it. I don't care if the ball is overthrown a little bit. You got to do anything you can. We've seen you come down with these catches before, spectacular ones. Just let's get you in the end zone. I want you in the end zone so bad. That's even if we lose, just get him in the end zone once or twice. That'll make me happy.
Well, and, there's got to be some accountability on his end because he's had chances to make a big play and he hasn't come down with it. So, yes, as much as we're putting this on the young quarterback, the superstar has to be the superstar as well. And we need him to step up and to be that guy today. And no better chance than with a team who's struggling, whose season is also over. You have a chance to really go out today, prove something to the fans, prove something to yourself and your team that you're not checked out. And, not that I ever think that he is, but go prove it today. Go get yours. And JJ McCarthy just has to put him in a position where he can succeed. And Jefferson has got to be the guy to make it happen at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm trying to look this up. I heard it earlier. Big B, maybe you can help me out. But I'm pretty sure there's another record that Justin Jefferson has a chance to break. And I think it's 148 yards until he breaks Randy Moss's record for most receiving yards through the first 6 seasons. So, I mean, let's get all 3. Let's get him the 1,000 yards. Let's get him breaking the most receptions. What's this one? What's that say?
It's would love to see some new guys rotated in. This is from our friend Black Van commenting again. Like Felton and Miles Price at wide receiver. Also, where has Ivan Pace been demoted to special teams? What happened? I don't know, but I think a lot of that is coming down to where Ivan Pace was one of those hybrid guys. And right now, because you don't have that trustworthy third cornerback, it's affecting a lot of what B-Flow likes to do. And that's the unfortunate part of this kind of hybridized different defense that B-Flow has, is that when you don't have one of those pieces, you end up, not being able to put other guys in there to make those splash plays. And ultimately, Blake Cashman is just a better linebacker. And Cashman was hurt for a lot of last season, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, and for a little bit of this season too. So I mean, you just had to throw him out there. But
yeah, and he performed well, but also, I mean, this is a much different defense this year. I know we're still blitzing a lot, but it doesn't feel as aggressive. I feel like that's changed a little bit these last few weeks, but it doesn't feel like it's creating the chaos that it did a year ago. And for whatever reason that may be, we can probably address that as we move through the rest of the season and kind of go back and watch all the games throughout, the whole year and look at it more as a totality instead of a week by week process. Right. But guys get older, guys get a little slower. You never know what kind of, maybe it was an injury at some point that doesn't necessarily get listed, but slows a guy down. There's a lot of things that happen during the season that we're not privy to.
Well, and two more names I want to see show out: Hargrave and Allen. Where you guys been? We brought you in here for a reason. Extremely underperformed. Allen, if you don't step it up in the next couple games, you're probably on your way out. Like, let's just face it. We'll probably be able to save like 10 mil just from him. 112 yards to break Randy Moss's season record. Let's go. Like I said, let's get him all three. Let's get him a touchdown. Let's get him to break that receiving yard record and the reception record. That would make him
150, does it? I think B commented earlier, it was like 142 yards to go. So
40.
You need Jefferson to go out, have 150. It's nothing for this guy, right? You just got to get creative and allow him to make those plays. And, I saw something else crazy this week about like the number of weeks that the JJs, if you will, have had time to have a full week of practice together. And something crazy like McCarthy's record when he had a full week of practice is like 4-2, right? And some of these other losses are coming, whether he had when the baby was born earlier this season, or coming off an injury, or a shortened week because of the weird schedule that they had this year, the overseas game, and just everything that's happened this year. I mean, to me, and I think we'll really look at this as the season comes to a close, but it was going to be a difficult year to repeat what you'd done last year because of all of the like extenuating circumstances just in the schedule. The short weeks that you had, the 2 back-to-back overseas games, which no team has ever done that before, right? Like all of those things, while not excuses necessarily, they do affect your preparation and your ability to perform on those. And now with the team kind of underachieving, I guess, but not being one of those top teams, they probably won't have some of that same scheduling next season. Right. And if they do play an overseas game again, that it may be one and then coming home, which is a little bit easier to deal with than sleeping in a hotel and guys are getting lost because they didn't charge their phone and, whatever circumstances come from that extra travel and just being out of the country.
Well, based on that stat, that's good for us this week, but not too good for us on Christmas. But I mean, McCarthy just seems like a routine guy. He's got a strict routine, and I do too. And I'm not gonna lie, if I get thrown off or if I have a late start, it takes me a minute to get back on track. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's just got to, learn. Hey, this is what the schedule might be like. Quick turnaround, quick games, short practices, and plan accordingly and just adjust. And that's just going to take time. But, just not having a short week in general. I mean, 1 week might not be enough to prepare for a game for some quarterbacks and coaches, and then you take off 2 or 3 more days.
You mentioned coaches there, I haven't gone back and seen, they didn't bring up the comparison of like what KOC's stats are in that, but maybe some of that is the coaching and the way that he implements his systems during the week and things that he's trying to do. And, I feel like KOC is always trying to be the smartest guy in the room, maybe dumbing it down in a preparation like that instead of trying to cram the same amount that you would into a normal week and just doing it in less time. Maybe you do simplify things a little bit and come in and to have a little bit, a little bit different adjustment to that. And he's still a young coach too, right? He's still new. I know he's had a ton of success early on, although the comparisons to Mike Zimmer's first couple of years have been coming out now. I saw a couple different graphics coming out this week that, it's not unheard of in Skull Nation to have a coach come out and have a lot of success. Now, Zimmer was obviously a coach for a long time in the NFL before taking this Vikings job. Obviously a difference there, but KOC's still learning. And I think he showed a lot of growth this year as well. And unfortunately, a little too late in the season for that growth, but you've seen it now. I think it's as important as the JJ McCarthy and Justin Jefferson relationship is the head coach's relationship with his young quarterback and with his team in total, right? We've seen that this team can play smash mouth football and do that at a high level now 2 weeks in a row. And I think even, prior in the season, you saw a little bit of it, that when this team dumbs it down, they're very, very good. Hey, yeah. Shout out to Sir Picasso, Marcus Wade tuning in. Appreciate you, brother. I know you guys had a great time down in Dallas. You were at the game with your wonderful wife and a lot of VWO in attendance down there. So we appreciate you guys being home. I might send Marcus a link and see. Coach, go ahead. You can kind of respond to this question here. I'm going to see if I can send a link over to Marcus real quick.
All right. Hopefully a big year next year. That's actually crazy. I didn't realize that. Shout out to Black Van on that comment. But to answer your question or to respond to you, KOC, he is a young coach, and I hope that his goal, you had a lot of success and you might get that big head, but never try to be the smartest person in the room. I always try to be the dumbest person in the room. That's how you're always going to keep learning, keep growing, keep experiencing things.
Coach, I have no problem doing that.
And that's just always been a thing for me. Because if you have success too quick, you get a big head. And before you know it, you think you're on cloud nine. Ain't nobody can tell me nothing. Mentality.
Speaking of big heads, he doesn't have his helmet on today, but that's our guy, Sir Picasso, in the car. I'm sure on his way to a watch party or something good. I know you ain't missing this game.
No, sir. I never miss a game.
I love that hat, man. I've never seen one like that with the horns on. That's badass.
Oh yeah, it's a whiteout from a couple years ago, or last year.
That was bad.
I think at last count I'm around 230 of them. They got a lot of brothers and sisters,
Damn. Oh man, I'm laughing. But when you start to have a lot of success, you get that big head, then you get that cockiness about you, thinking you can do no damage. You got to be humble. And until you accept that humbleness, you're going to keep pushing back. And that's what I feel like KOC and Vikings have been doing this season. Just trying to push back to that wasn't working. Finally humbled themselves. Now we're starting to see the turning. Even for KOC, starting to actually run the ball. He probably keep him on the sideline every time, but he's doing it.
Yeah, so Marcus, you guys were at the game in Dallas last week. You made it back late, so you weren't able to jump into Vikings United with us on Tuesday night. But talk about, what you saw from this team. Obviously, in a game that Dallas had to have, does that win give this team a lot of confidence going into the last 3 games of this season, knowing that they can play with anybody?
100%. I think that, as Vikings, there's a lot of people, so going into the game, knowing that you're out of contention, right? But at the same time, now you're playing a spoiler, which is, if you're a football fan, bro, that's way more dangerous, right? Because, everybody can try really hard and you can mess up, but when you don't have, you're not going in the playoffs, but your whole point is just go out there, have fun, and wreck it for the other guy. I feel like they try harder. I get 100% that actually helped us. That was the quietest. It felt like a home game when we were on defense. It was so quiet. I can't explain to you. When I screamed at the top of my lungs for defense, how many looks I got, right? The lady behind, a couple rows in front of me is like, what is wrong with that guy? Right? There wasn't a lot of screaming. It didn't feel like an away game. It felt like at home, when we're on offense, you got to be quiet. Oh, they were quiet on defense for us. It allowed us to play, I feel like we kept our composure. We played solid ball. Everybody was hitting on every cylinder. It was just, it was just a perfect experience. It really was. As far as the fan base goes down there, everybody was spectacular. Throughout the weekend, tailgating, everybody just, Shelly was telling us, we were at the Walmart, and I walked through, mind you, I'm in all purple, and this kid comes around like a clothing rack to look at me. I don't know, I was dressed for Halloween, I was an alien or something. He'd never seen purple before a day in his life, and then hides around the corner. They were just, it was a funny moment, but it was really, it was kind of surreal. The kid's look on his face was like, Dad, he's not a Cowboys fan. What's wrong with that guy? So it was a good weekend.
Awesome.
Did you guys enjoy the show from back home? I heard it was really cold here.
Yeah, it was freezing, man. So I'm sure it was nice to get out. In Dallas, it was probably 80 degrees down there.
It was, Sunday tailgating was 34 degrees.
Of course, you guys
let me tell you,
with you.
They were, that's what everybody said. They were cold, right? It was chilly, right? 34 degrees. You can't say it's cold, it's cold. But at the end of the day, I'm telling these Texans, I go, listen, your 34 isn't ours. Our 34 is different. We have wind. It hits crazy. Yours, it just wasn't as horrible. But, obviously, when you're outside 34 degrees for 5 hours, you get cold.
Yeah, they are wholly unprepared for that kind of weather down there. I went to Texas twice last summer. I was there in May and then again in August. It was 98 degrees and 98% humidity both times. I was literally melting into my Suburban seat. It was awful. So this year, I'm going through Texas in March. I think that's
a perfect time. Perfect time. It'll be 70 there,
Shout out to Shelly, too. She was commenting on there. We appreciate you tuning in, Shelly, Lady Persia.
She's sitting next to me. She just doesn't feel well.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure all the travel last week and everything doesn't help anyone. Big B says on his bingo board, he wants that flea flicker and 9 get a receiving touchdown. I like that. Oh, he's got a question here for you, too. So Brandon Herrera, our co-host on Vikings United. So what is a game day like for VWO when not at the game?
Well, we still have a lot of people at the game, but for myself, man, we have a lot of projects. I just finished a commission last night, so I'm working on paintings, and then I'm actually going to be cooking Shelly dinner tonight, and we just sit back and watch the game at home. Like I still dress up. We're the away game, so I got my Sir Picasso whiteout number 33. It's my favorite number. I'm still rocking my camo gear and everything else, so I'm all penned and patched up just like normal. Just sitting at home, staying warm. I just got to run a few errands quick.
That's all. Bring Cody back in. Oh,
What up, Coach?
Oh, there it is.
Got the cup. Oh, shout out to Danny Ups to give me inspiration.
Do you guys have a favorite game day prep meal? Like something you eat, like your go-to meal for football?
Me personally, I mean, I would say no. I mean, I'll eat spaghetti 24/7 if you give me the chance. So I'm most likely eating spaghetti.
Especially for noon games, man, it's just Pillars of Valor coffee for me. Shout out to our sponsors. And then usually, sometime during halftime, maybe we'll have a pot of chili or something going on, usually trying to get ahead on the meal prep. Today I made some Lucky Cinnamon Swirl muffins, some coffee cake muffins, so hoping that brings us some good luck. The kids liked them. They had some chocolate milk with breakfast, so
oh, that's always your best breakfast.
Yeah, but maybe I do. You know what? If something sticks, though, we try to stick to it, right? I'm not beyond being superstitious.
Oh, I'm 100% superstitious. I wear the same socks every Sunday. Like that, it's not just socks, but I'm just saying, I'm very superstitious.
So, B, most of the VWO have season tickets in section 140. So that's kind of the super fan section. If you just go hang out behind there, you're going to meet a lot of these people. Everybody's got their patches on. You can't miss them. You cannot miss this crew, brother.
100%, man. You got like the last 5 minutes of a fourth quarter. Go out by the big doors and hang out by the drum. Because that's where, because obviously, to check it out, some of us who dress up, we try to beat the crowd, right? So you go stand up at the top, but you don't want to leave the game, so you're still watching it right there. And as soon as the game's over, you can beeline and get out of the stadium quick. Just because sometimes, and I'm not complaining, but it will take an hour to get out of that stadium because everybody wants pictures. And I mean, obviously, that's why I dress up. It's fun. But some games you just want to get out of there, But everybody does hang out at the mezzanine up there by the drum. Also, towards the end, the last 5 minutes, get up there, you're more likely to get on TV, or you can get on a Jumbotron if that's your goal.
Yeah, section 140, right in the, I guess it'd be the north end zone.
Your guess is as good as mine. I just know what it is.
Sir Picasso, not Sir Magellan.
Right.
No, man. And honestly, and I know that the tickets are cheap right now, too. The Wilfs are doing a great thing. I love you, Shelly. She said, I'll be talking about Darth Viking big-ass head today, so we win.
See, apparently that's become her new superstition. I mean, if it works, it works, because it's been, we've been playing solid football. I haven't seen in the last few weeks a lot of real mistakes. There are obviously a few minors, this and that, but to be honest, I mean, everybody's starting to play well, and this is what, when people were giving up on McCarthy, I'm like, dude, you drafted him. Play him. Let him make his mistakes. Let him learn from his mistakes. These are how you're going to learn. Taking him out and putting a filler in is only prolonging the infection. You know what I mean? You have to nip it in the butt. You got to figure out what's wrong and fix it.
Yeah, and you cautioned that
Darcy,
in our first Tuesday show, just like a little bit of patience. And this fan base was so quick to turn on him. And
Man, I
you're
swear.
making these rash decisions for no reason, right? Like for no I understand that, like, we had these super high expectations preseason, and especially, you know, and I've said it a lot that like this team overachieved last year. You have to understand this team was not a 14 win team. This team was maybe like a 10, 11 win team who had some bounces go their way. You won a few extra, you get that. I mean, that's football, right, coach? You can kind of speak to that. But as far as what the expectation was for last year, you were trying to kind of sneak into the playoffs more, and then you ended up having a few things go really well. That doesn't mean that you come out the next season expecting to repeat that performance. That's I mean, it was kind of reckless and irresponsible.
Yeah, no, just thinking our record and that we ended with last year. You would think that everything went right and that we just went out, won the games we won, lost the games we lost. But it was more than that. It was the lucky bounces, the refs maybe missing a call or giving us one. Just small things like that. And that just didn't happen this year. Most of our games have just been games. We haven't had like that Buffalo one or the Colts one. Just been chilling.
Yeah, and I think B's right. He says, I think it was a quick turn because of what Sam Darnold and, obviously with Jones in there in playing in Indy were doing with their respective teams. Now, obviously, Daniel Jones, who knows if he'll ever play football in the NFL again, torn Achilles when you really haven't proved more than a few games of good football. Obviously that has, and fans are just over exaggerating, right? Like we expect the world when most of these people couldn't even step on a field and do a 40 in under 35 seconds
without throwing up. Yeah,
speaking of that big ass head. Awesome, man. Well, Marcus, I appreciate you bringing in, man. You gotta get your stuff done. Oh, that's dope.
Oh, wow.
That on the big screen. Show me that again. Yeah, that's fire.
Hold on. I'll go back to the other side, but Shelly's got her side too.
That is awesome. I saw she got her license plate back too after it got stolen last season.
Yeah.
What?
And especially in Stillwater. Like, really?
Yeah, that's so far. So that was your picture that was on the calendar, right? Same picture?
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, we I just still do have 5 calendars left, but I'm gonna be getting with Zach at Pillars of Valor here this week. As of now, I believe we raised just over around $600, which is it's like, what was it, like 60 calendars or something we sold. So
incredible stuff, man. We'll get your errands ran, get back to the house, watch the game. Obviously, give Shelly a big hug from all of us here at the Scene Project Sports Network. And
shout out to you guys. Sorry, he was just pushing carts in, bro. We had to run into Menards. I got to grab a few things here.
Cool, brother. We'll see you soon, man.
Skull, y'all enjoy the game.
Man.
You too, brother. That was Sir Picasso. So great to hear that they were able to raise $600 for Pillars of Valor. And not just a coffee company, but also have the nonprofit set up this year. So Zach Husted is the owner. That's who we've been in contact with. He got my next coffee orders on its way down here. So I'll make sure that you get a couple of bags too, Coach. Maybe I'll have him swing through next Sunday if he's not too busy. And come see you at the tryouts possibly. And I'll at least give him the address and see where he's at. He's obviously in Minnesota as well. Man, just really looking forward to today's game. Obviously, we got the noon kickoff, just under an hour here until then. Coach, anything to add before we get out of here today?
Man, enjoy the season. It's already, we're not going to go to the playoffs, so let's just enjoy it. Take small wins, baby steps. They all compound and, uh, you know, bring you something bigger and better. And I think that we're on the verge of something bigger and better. We're getting a glimpse of it. Like I said, we're on a winning streak. Well, we haven't been able to say that. Like, pop the champagne. We're on a winning streak, folks. But just keep it going and keep it going. Honestly, I would just focus on that winning streak. Everything else will come along with it. A divisional championship, a Super Bowl. You just keep winning. Keep the winning streak going, and get Jefferson the ball. Because if he doesn't get the ball, I'm gonna be pissed off for him.
Yeah, and I think something to focus on with there's a lot of teams every year because of the parity of the NFL that go worst to first. Because we were the top team in the division last season, we were playing the top teams in the other divisions when we play out of conference and out of division games, right? And that's the way that this works and the scheduling goes. That's the reason that you have a Bears team that goes from worst, last year, 3 or 5 win team, whatever they want, not many. I tuned out after like week 9, and they were able to, now they're probably going to end up being, I think their percentage chance now, like 85% of winning the division now with a couple of weeks to go. And it happens every single year because that's the way that the scheduling and things are set up. So we are going to face at least on paper, a significantly less, a lower strength of schedule going into next year. If you can start to solidify some of these things, stick on this winning streak, go in with some confidence and kind of on a roll at the end of the season, it matters because you have a lot of this team that is coming back. We know there's going to be some turnover, but a lot of your core pieces are here and will be able to then practice all off season together, working on that chemistry. You obviously don't have organized team activities until May, but Jefferson and McCarthy and all these guys can be working together in the off season, which I think you have to understand that they did not get the opportunity to do that last year because of the injury to McCarthy's knee. He was still rehabilitating from the torn MCL. So there's a lot of things that you're going to get moving through this offseason into next year that you didn't get last year. And, you got to be willing to kind of take this, the good with the bad right now. And let's go. Skull indeed.
Oh. And to speak on that, knowing that about the scheduling and, having a good year, you're going to face good teams, all that. I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, but, I was pissed off because I felt KOC and company were setting up McCarthy to fail. If you think about it, if you knew that your schedule was going to be hard or against, decent teams, above average teams, you're going to just throw them out there like that. Now, to him, to McCarthy, like he stepped up, and I feel like he stepped up quicker than most people give him credit for. With all that behind the scenes stuff, brought up and make people aware of that, because people just see the surface stuff. They don't know all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes just to get a game going, just to make a team. There's a lot that goes.
There's a lot of advanced statistics that are showing that McCarthy is a lot better than what the eye test was showing through that 4-week stretch where it looked god awful, right? And then after seeing Max Brosmer go out there, the veil came off, and what I was saying the whole time was like, look, the coaching staff is not doing any favors to this young quarterback. And after the Seattle game, the veil was off, and once KOC started to catch some of that heat, he made adjustments, and you're seeing a different ball now played by this Vikings team, and a lot better ball. And like Marcus said, you're seeing good football, and you're not seeing a stubbornness from your play caller now that you did in weeks and even years past. It's not like this is a new thing. KOC has been that overly pass happy play caller the whole time. And, every game changes an individual. And I think this season you saw a lot of growth from your head coach, at least as a play caller in the last few weeks. Can you continue that? Can you take that into next year now? And that's what we're going to see. Only time will tell.
Well, and he was stuck. KOC, was stuck in that my way or the highway. I'm the QB guru. You come to me and you do what I'd say, type of thing. Why can't you turn it around and be like, hey, oh shoot, I got to work with him. I got to work with JJ, and just that humbleness. Like I'll always go back to, stay humble, man. Stay humble. You're starting to, not every quarterback is going to be the same. You're not going to be able to guru every quarterback into, quarterbacks getting bags after they've been considered trash in the league, like Darnold seeing ghost and Daniel Jones couldn't win a game to save his life. But now they had a little success with KOC and now they're making a bag. Like, just slow down, slowly roll down. You might have to adjust to the kid instead of the kid adjusting to you.
Couldn't agree more. We mentioned earlier in the show, friend of Vikings Nation and friend of the VWO, our friend Lisa Lefebvre, unfortunately passed away this week. And we wanted to take a second, share the link again to their GoFundMe for the family. And Lisa was a great, great person. Here's a picture of her with Sir Death at the game. She was a true fan and I absolutely love it. That's her in the background to the right as you're looking at the photo. A wonderful woman and a friend of many of our friends. I never had the pleasure of meeting her in person, at least not to my knowledge, but hope you guys get on, check out the, I have to share it on the YouTube again. It was too long of a comment. So there is the link there where you can support the family. And Coach, with the season coming to a close, we, it's about to be golf season again. We're going to start working on those golf swings. So I was very fortunate to work with a new company that have sent us, this is Performia. So Performia is a athletic company. And what they sent me is a shirt. You see the sleeve on that one side, built to help keep those mechanics a little bit better, right? Help you keep that left arm straight. So I'm going to read a little bit from them and very gracious for them. I can't wait to try this out, put some swings down. So Performia is built with a single objective: measurable performance, enhancement through engineering, not fashion first design. The VO.5 represents a key iteration in that direction. This version incorporates refined compression mapping, updated fabric tension zones, and structural adjustments informed by early biomechanical testing and athlete feedback. So they sent me one of their versions, a shirt just like that. I will have some more videos on that coming soon for you all. And then, Coach, I want you to talk one more time about your tryouts you have coming up a week from today.
Yeah, next Sunday, December 28th. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Toka Soccer Center in Burnsville, Minnesota. Come one, come all ballers, all dogs, all athletes that are obsessed with leveling up. Come on out, show me what you got. I'm the assistant head coach and defensive coordinator for the Wyoming Cavalry. And, just coming off of a championship win in another arena league. I'm trying to make it 2 in 1 year. And I'm looking for guys who are down for business. And so come on out. I got people coming from all over the U.S., Cali, New York, Florida, Texas. I got guys coming from Beijing, China, Alberta, Canada, down in Mexico, a couple places. So, I mean, we're expanding worldwide. And come on out. Only the best will make it.
I love it, Coach. Well, appreciate you being here with me as always. I'm so grateful for you and the time that we get to spend together talking football. Really looking forward to an entire off season of NFL coverage, but also covering this Cavalry team. And I love talking with, guys that are in their journey that have not reached that pinnacle yet and are working towards that. And I think those stories are so important. to the game and to other individuals that are just out here living a life and trying to, be better themselves. So thank you, Coach, for everything that you bring to us. Did we get a score prediction? I don't know if I got anything out today.
For this week, no, I didn't give you one. I'm going to go Vikings win, and I'm going to go 24-9. 24-9. I don't think we give up a touchdown today.
Love it. Love it. Coach's prediction, 24 for the Vikings to the Giants, 9. No touchdowns for the Giants. I love it. Hold them to field goals. Keep them out of the red zone. Don't even let them get there and let this young kid use his legs, man. So awesome stuff, Coach. Enjoy the game today. You're probably working too because you're always working and you're always getting it done. No work today. You just get to enjoy the game.
This is how lame I am. I got the day off. I'm so bored that I'm looking for work, trying to pick up a shift. Yes. I got to get a hobby. Hey, but I do golf, and I'm going to have to get that sleeve because I went from Tiger Woods to Tiger Wish He Could, and I'm trying to go.
Well, we're going to shoot some great content then, and maybe this is something we can put together. I've talked about wanting to do a charity golf tournament. We'll see if we're able to put something together maybe for the end of the summer. And to do that, obviously, we have some great charities like Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. We have Pillars of Valor and everything that they're doing out in the world there. So I didn't know you were a big golfer too, man. So let's get it done. We'll shoot some off-season content. Lots of great stuff. I'm going to leave you guys as we have been the last several weeks with some footage that I shot when I was at the VWO tailgate up in Minnesota, right there on 7th Street in the shadow of US Bank Stadium. I do believe that they are all done with their tailgates there for the year, obviously with the weather kind of taking a turn. Christmas Day being with the whiteout game was kind of unfortunate this year. But then I don't think they're doing one for the end of the year Packers game either. But I wanted to showcase the experience. Featured in this is also their red carpet rollout. So I was there for Veterans Day. So shout out to the Viking World Order, everything that they're doing to raise money for charities and people in need. Sir Death raised over $10,000 for our friend Lisa's family just last night on a live. So the GoFundMe's in the comments there. We love you guys. Skol Vikings, and let's come home with the win today. Coach?
Bubba, one more thing, just for our listeners, with our next game coming up on Christmas, when were we thinking of having that live on Tuesday then?
So we're gonna do, we'll do our pregame segments at Vikings United, which rolls on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. So come join us Tuesday night, and then we will replay that episode on Christmas Day as well for the pregame. So you can tune back in. We won't be live in here because we'll be enjoying time with our families and, taking a little bit of time away. My wife would kill me if I spend all day Christmas on the computer. But yeah, so we'll do our pregame coverage on Tuesday where we'll be celebrating a Vikings win over the Giants. And it's going to be a great show. So maybe go a little bit longer on Tuesday night this week than we have been. So it might be a little bit longer of a show, but then we will turn around and replay that for everyone on Christmas Day. And so we'll see you everyone on Tuesday for Vikings United, where we'll have more creators and Vikings fans joining us in for the show. Y'all be good to one another. Thanks to our sponsor, Pillars of Valor Coffee, Operation Combating Veteran Suicide, and shout out to a couple of segment sponsors, Punch Gunk and Performia Sports. You guys have a great day today. Enjoy the game wherever you're watching from, and we will see you Tuesday.
See ya.
All right, we are walking into the Vikings World Order tailgate here, presented by Experience Hospitality. This is going to be a great time, y'all. Let's flip the camera around and check this out. Great vibes here, always. You got former players stopping through all the time. A bunch of great people. The Viking World Order are here. Obviously, we have Sir Death, Darth Viking I've seen around. Lady Persia's painting faces in the tent. Awesome vibe down here. I absolutely love these people and these parties that they put on. So it's about 9:15 here in the morning right now. Already a lot of people here milling out. This place will continue to fill up until game time when everyone heads over to US Bank. Look at the location of this place. Look at this. I mean, we are blocks, a block from the entrance to the stadium. So as soon as it is up and ready and open, we will be making our way over there as well. A great day here. I'm gonna flip the camera back around and take you guys through and show you some of the amazing people that are here. Awesome. Everybody staying warm? Everybody's dressed up. We got buzz balls. We are good to go, huh?
Oh, nice.
Just want to let everybody know we will have a red carpet rollout for veterans in 15 minutes at 9:30. Thank you.
Awesome. You heard it here. Red carpet rollout for our veterans. We appreciate our veterans. This is a military appreciation game with Veterans Day being in just a few days. So really, really stoked to see everybody. I love the way the NFL supports our veterans, and you know it's obviously. So.
I love this. I was looking at you online. I'm like, I wish I had that. I know. Well, yeah.
Some great traditions here. Love the family that is the Viking World Order.
Little Viking now.
We got the Raven Shredder here. Yes, sir.
Since I was 18 years old. Season ticket holder since 2009. Okay. We gotta get things set up. It's a little cold. It's a little cold. Yeah, I'm worried. I think I have on too many layers. It's like an
Awesome. Got some great wares here. This man's at every single game. He follows the Viking World Order around. Some awesome custom pieces. All kinds of great stuff. Handmade. Incredible.
I was in here talking for a little bit.
So cool.
But yeah, I'll give you a call and
Unbelievable.
order one of
Handmade,
these cups.
just
Order a drinking horn.
every single one's a custom 1 of 1, right? Like
Drinking one, right? One of
It's a whole different setup. We were here for the whiteout game last year, and these are all new ones all the time. I don't remember him having any of the like male vests before. Those are badass. Well, he might have been sold out already too. You never know. I imagine those take quite a while to make. Don't slap those together overnight. All right, check out Steiner.com. A great part of the Vikings World Order tailgate is all the people around the tailgate. It's the family. We continue to fill in here, and we're going to do a red carpet rollout in about 15 minutes, so I'll be staying live for all of that. Yeah, great times here. So cool to be a part of this and to have an invitation to come and take part and to capture these moments. I'm truly appreciative to the Viking World Order crew. And yeah, look forward to doing a lot more of this with everybody in the future. So many friends that we made here last year, here again. And it's really it's just a fun time. It's a great time out here. Still don't know if we're going to make it into the game or not. Looking forward to it if we do. But for me, it was really about just capturing this vibe with everyone and showing this to all of our fans and friends and what it is really here. Yes, it's about football, but it's about family. And I think that's what's so important to me to capture, and especially on Military Appreciation Day, to be able to do this is just a really incredible experience for me. We have some of our OCVS coasters with us, so be looking to spread a few of those around with everybody. And yeah, appreciate you guys. Stay tuned. I'm going to stay live here today because I don't know how long Facebook is going to let me continue to do this, but yeah, we're live here, checking it out. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful setup here. Beautiful setup. All right, I'm going to turn it around. You guys can watch. Awesome. Got our coasters out here. I'm actually going to keep one of those in my pocket, a couple of them, for some friends. Yeah, all kinds of good eats here. Chili, chicken wings. How you guys doing? Fantastic. Ooh, we got some good cornbread there too to go along with it. Fantastic. Nobody parties like the Viking World Order, that's for sure. Man, the smells here. Incredible. Oh man, those chicken wings smell delicious. Hell yeah.
You looking for me?
Got to get it stretched out at the tailgate so you're ready in the stadium, huh? You don't want to pull a peck when you're in there. Awesome. Well, we got the veteran red carpet. It's going to be rolling here in about 5 minutes. We're going to stay live right here on the Facebook page. I'm doing good.
Viking weather, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Back when they were playing over at Minnesota Stadium, 17 below.
Sounds like South Dakota weather.
You're frozen your hands.
Had to have hand warmers to keep the beers above freezing. I love it. Right, so it is frozen. That's a tough one. That's a tough look.
I think that was against the Jets.
Yeah, I bet they weren't too excited about that. Really looking forward to this veteran red carpet rollout. That's really cool. Very cool. We were at the whiteout game last season for Monday Night Football. That was a pretty incredible experience. Our first time meeting the Viking World Order, and yeah, just became friends with everybody online ever since. And amazing vibe. What a great family to be a part of. I have a award-winning podcast called The Scene Project. A division of that is the Scene Project Sports Network. So kind of out here covering it for the Sports Network today and going live on our Facebook a little bit and capturing some of the vibe. And yeah, put together a nice little promo video to show everybody what it really means, right? Yeah, it's about football. Yeah, we're drinking beers, but it's about family, man. And the VWO perfectly exemplifies what football and family means. So really happy. I just happened to be in town playing some other shows, and I kind of planned it around here. I knew there was a home game, so a little bit of dirty work in there, but really excited to be here. I also work with a nonprofit called Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. So to be here specifically, knowing it was the Veteran Appreciation Game, yeah, hoping, I didn't know exactly what they had going on, but I assumed that VWO would have some kind of veteran thing going on. So yeah, really happy to be here, capture this moment, and yeah, share it with our fans back in South Dakota and around the world. So. Oh, awesome. Bubba, Startz. Nice to meet you. I live down in Tyndall.
Okay.
Yep.
That was part of it. I worked for Dockendorf Equipment. That was
Okay.
part of my territory.
Yeah.
So I was trying to think of the gas station though, but I retired in 2000.
Yeah, so the big one down there is Frank's Trading Post.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. Yes, sir. Awesome. Yeah, and that's the thing for me is that, you know, there's a lot of South Dakotans that are Vikings fans. So being able to come up here, you know, a lot of our fans obviously are friends of mine. I'm live on my Facebook right now where, you know, several thousand people are watching, you know, seeing the replays mostly. Not necessarily live with us right now, but yeah, to show them what you can see up here. I know a lot of people come up for games and really want them to, if they do come to a game, come to this tailgate, right? Come meet some more family in here and to be part of this scene. And, you know, obviously Sir Death has a huge following, and but this is special. This is really special, and I'm just happy to be here and to share in the experience.
My history starts with the very first game in Sioux Falls.
Really?
August 5th, 1961.
Really?
And that's how I was 11 years old.
Yeah. I didn't realize they had played a game in Sioux Falls ever. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Howard Woods Field played the Dallas Cowboys.
No kidding. I did not know that.
So
Very
anyway,
cool.
At that time, I had a decision. I could be a Dallas fan or a Vikings fan.
Right.
And my kids said,
Dallas might have won a few more Super Bowls, but this one's easier to get to, right?
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
That's fantastic. What was your name?
Donovan Cost.
Donovan Cost. Oh, Bubba Startz. Nice to meet you.
Oh, great turnout. So,
Yeah, this is great. This is great.
started off with the Facebook page. We are Viking fans.
Really?
And then it morphed into this.
Incredible. Yeah, I love it. I absolutely, I think it's a great vibe. I love what, VWO represents, and just the, like I said, the family nature of it's just too cool.
Well, nice meeting you.
You too. Pleasure.
All of our veterans that are getting honored today, go ahead and make your way over toward your
Are you selling the patches?
Get things rolling as soon as we can get everybody assembled. Thank you.
Are you selling the patches too? Fundraiser? $10? Yeah, I love it. So I work with a nonprofit, Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. I set some of our coasters on the table there as well. I would love to buy one of those. My money's in my pocket, but you just have a couple left. Can I take one from you? Here. Awesome. My hands are so cold. Do you have change? Actually, just take a 20. Yeah, I'll take 2. Yeah. We'll find somewhere to put them. You can just take it all. I can't feel my fingers. Awesome. What's your name? Laurel. Thank you. Lady Rel, she has these awesome Lady Legion patches. We bought a couple here to support the red carpet rollout for veterans here. We're at the VWO tailgate. Incredible, guys. We just love it so much. Anything we can do to support our veterans, obviously. And I love what the VWO does for all of this. I made it as hard as possible for you. It's so I don't lose it.
I know, no, I get it. I've never come to the
Awesome.
without losing something. I lost my driver's license.
I'm trying really hard not to today.
Debit card once, I lost a credit card in there.
Well, thank you so much for what you're doing. I'm glad I caught you before that. I'm Bubba Startz. We have an award-winning podcast called The Scene Projects that we're here covering the event with. So awesome. Yeah, we're going to capture the moment here. So.
I call bullshit!
All right, this is the red carpet rollout for our veterans here. It's the Military Appreciation Day, Veterans Day coming up in just a few days. Operation Combating Veteran Suicide posters. Honoring our veterans here today. An incredible experience here.
Why you gonna go to this guy here? I'm a poor idiot. Enjoy, ladies.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to start this ceremony in about 3 minutes. Thank you.
He's one of my closer friends.
Now that you wobbled always just a good hard work. It is.
Yeah, DeSantos, I am, man. Come see me at the fashion show, Smoking on the Runway tonight, 4 o'clock, over at the Hook and Ladder. I'll be here at the tailgate, right in the shadow of U.S. Bank until the game, and then we'll see if I hit the game or not. This is the red carpet rollout for our veterans, members of the Viking World Order. Really awesome vibe here. I appreciate being a part of this and getting to capture these moments with everybody. It's a great vibe out here today. It's been pretty incredible.
Come on. You gotta be. That's a good fucking goal, yo. They are. I mean, I've had some veterans today. Veterans, who are they? Fathers, sons, sisters, brothers, mothers, neighbors. Veterans come from all walks of life, race, religions, and nationality. Many have varied reasons for serving, as varied as the sands of the seashore, yet all chose to be a part of something bigger than themselves and basically write a blank check to the nation they love, up to and including, as Abraham Lincoln so eloquently stated, the last measure of devotion. Why should we honor veterans? Firstly, it's the right thing to do. And secondly, not all vets were honored in the history of this nation. During the Vietnam War, approximately 2.7 million Marines served. Over 58,000
I was protecting it.
Many of them were not welcomed when they came home. Many of them had to take off their uniforms at airport bathrooms. They faced societal anger from a generation that was unable to, at that time, separate the war from war fighters, and they suffered in silence. For all Vietnam vets here, including the old man from the Viking World Order, if you've never heard publicly...
I don't think there's going to be much you can do about that without blowing out everybody up front.
You won the battles you were asked to fight, and may we all resolve today to never treat our generation of veterans like the Vietnam veterans were treated. Thank you. It is said that freedom isn't free, and above the entrance of every VA hospital it says the price of freedom is visible here. However, not all rules are visible. For each veteran bears their own burden based on their own unique experience of loss, sacrifice, trauma, and service. It's their burden to bear, and they bear it. Silently, stoically, until they no longer can. Some reach out for help, others don't, and that's why we're here. We're here to honor these vets. There's a number, 22 a day. 22 a day is average veteran suicides in the United States. 1 a day is a tragedy, 22 a day is a disaster. However, my message today is a message of hope. The hope for a future where we don't have to live like this. Today we have assembled as human beings who are united by a common cause, our love of football and of our respective teams. But we are also united in our support for those who have enabled us to enjoy these luxury items like a tailgate setup, like game tickets, by their service, sacrifice, and efforts to keep us free. So we pause today to recognize them for their outstanding service. For all veterans who may be bearing a burden today, know this, you're not alone. And these people gathered here today are here because they care about you, your service, and your well-being. Today, we specifically honor Sergeant Promotable retired Jason Weeper of U.S. Army.
Yeah!
Staff Sergeant and Drill Sergeant Eric Gurecki, retired U.S. Army.
Yeah!
Sergeant First Class retired Ron Latson, U.S. Army.
Yo!
Chief Warrant Officer Rick Conklin, U.S. Army.
Yo!
Corporal David Henry, United States Marine Corps. Happy birthday, Marine.
Yo!
And Specialist Ryan Knaus, U.S. Army.
Yeah!
We also posthumously are honoring Staff Sergeant Ralph S. Guck, killed in action, Vietnam. For these people and for all of our veterans here today, we appreciate you, we support you, and we love you. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. I now ask that everyone stand and face the flag. Today's national anthem is going to be performed by Miss Cheryl Pendleton.
Yay!
All right.
Just a reminder to please remove your hats. By the dawning light, Lord, so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets spread flame, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Yeah!
All right, thank you very much, Cheryl. And I would like to have Rich give us some closing comments. The man who made all of this possible, put all this together, and nobody works harder than Rich Cope. You guys know Rich. Here you go, Rich.
I didn't work as hard as half you guys, so I just want to thank the veterans again for the service and everybody that makes this happen. This is the third year, and everyone rocks for everything they did, and especially the vets for what they did for us to be here today. Thank you.
Yeah! Awesome job, guys. That was incredible. All right, guys, I'm going to take a little break off the live. We're going to continue to capture stuff here. I was really happy to share that moment with everyone and to be a small part of this. I'm going to jump down off the truck. Incredible vibe here. Really happy that I was able to come and participate on for military appreciation game here. So love our veterans. And we got our Operation Combating Veteran Suicide stuff out there on the ferry. So incredible. I want to send a special thank you to all of our veterans that are watching. And thank you for your service. And Skol Vikings.
SPSN.